Hey, this is Brett the Hitman Hart, and you're listening to the Smacked Raw podcast.
Welcome everyone to the SmackedRawPod podcast NXT recap episode. My name is Vince. I'll be your host. And today I got my boy Aaron Real Petty, aka RN. How's it going, my man? How you doing?
What's good? What's good, buddy?
It's good. I'm doing well, man. I'm doing well. We just finished watching NXT Great American Bash Night 2. Very fun show. Great main events. Overall, I thought the 2-night format, both shows, were a huge success. I enjoyed what they gave us. What about yourself?
Yeah, I love these split shows. I love how because it kind of breaks it up instead of having a monotony of those 3, 4, 5 hour shows. Like I love breaking it up and having something to look forward to the next week.
For sure. So we're gonna get into covering the extent and the full details of everything that happened on tonight's show. Before I do, we'd like to remind you that we are the exclusive wrestling recap podcast for WrestlingNewsWorld.com. Go ahead and check them out for all the latest news, recaps, reviews, rumors in the world of pro wrestling. Also, we are found on youtube.com/SmackRawPodcast, and of course wherever audio podcasts can be consumed. Go ahead and give this episode a download, whether it's Spotify, Apple Music, whatever. Rating, review, hit that thumbs up notification, turn on the bell notification so you know when a brand new episode drops, and of course subscribe on YouTube. You can follow us on Twitter at SmackRawPod. You follow me at SESVinceRN. You can find him, as you can see right here on the YouTube version, at Mr.8984. And of course, check out Mean Jelly Beans Productions on YouTube and Mean Jelly Bean Memes on Facebook.
Let's go.
For sure. So let's get right into it with the first match. And we started off kind of hot. We had the street fight between Candice LeRae and Mia Yim, and Mia jumped Candice LeRae from the get-go to start things off. I love that. In a street fight kind of environment like this, I felt like it made sense. Why on earth would you wait for the match to start and have like a clean advantage? It's a fight. If you're not fighting dirty, you're not trying to fight to win. I don't know about you, man.
Nah, that, like I said, finally seeing something out of her. Like I dug that. That was probably one of my favorite parts of the match. Is like you said, like she's been screwing you over and making you look like shit for the past 2 weeks. Why would you sit there and wait for her to get there? No, you run in to try and take her ass out and beat the shit out of her as hard as you can out the gate. Let's go.
For sure, definitely. I thought it was a nice change of pace for Mia. She seemed aggressive, and you needed that in this kind of match. There was a lot of fun, unique stuff. They brought in tables, chairs. I think they busted out kendo sticks. At one point, Candice even used a fire extinguisher on Mia Yim when they were spilled into the crowd area. I thought that was really cool. Mia Yim hit this really dope drop kick to land Candice LeRae into another table, make her go through it. I think she spilled like a bunch of Taki bags or something on the floor. All good shit. Mia Yim busting out a brass knuck. I thought that was cool. Even though she wasn't able to use it. That was fucking dope. The trash can spot where she goes and does like the sentient cannonball, and a lot of great unique offense. The one thing nitpicky about is no one actually went through a table inside the initial ring area, like the initial ringside area. It was just the one drop kick in the crowd area when they were brawling on the outside. But
I mean, for me, like. I don't mind that in like an actual street fight because like in real life, if you fighting and it's no holds barred, nobody's really going through a fucking table or anything like that.
True.
So like ancillary stuff like that, like I mean, it would have been dope for sure, but a street fight, like an actual street fight, like that, I don't care about the tables to be honest.
Okay, fair enough. I mentioned the brass knucks. They came into play at the end of the match because the finish saw both women climb up to the table, which at this point was suspended on the top turnbuckle.
I don't know why more people don't do this, bro. Like it's stable
cool
up top up there. You can stand up and do some shit on the top rope, so it gives you some sort of levity. It makes you feel like they're in danger. Like this should be in more matches. Like I know they've done it like in the past and stuff here and there, but I mean, first, like I said, it gives you stability on the top rope, so you don't look all crazy, especially if you're somebody that doesn't normally go off the top rope to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
And like you said, it gives you like a perch up there to do some shit where it gives you that sense of danger and stuff. So like I was here for it for sure.
I think the reason why not too many people do it is because they're not able to maintain their balance, even though it's like a plain level field. Because as you saw, I think it was at Double or Nothing in the ladder match, Brian Cage was trying to get Darby Allin onto the top of the table, and he fell like twice.
Right off.
He fell like twice, and he couldn't get it. So it made sense in this spot. They're brawling, they're going back and forth. Candice is able to like get rid of the brass knucks from Mia, hits her right in the fucking neck, and then hits a spinning neck breaker onto a pile of chairs. Gets the 1, 2, 3. Candice and gets the win. I think this feud is over. It should be over. You can't have this kind of match and just have the feud carry on. They both sold the injuries and the severity of this match, which I appreciated. There were commercial breaks in the picture-in-picture stuff, and you saw they were both still laid out. Johnny had to come out, help Candice LeRae. Mia Yim gets her composure, starts to get up, lingers for a bit, sits on the chair. I thought someone was going to come in and attack her.
So did I.
I thought it was like maybe a Mercedes Martinez. This is how she debuts or something.
Right.
But we didn't see that. Hopefully that's
my thing is good.
No, I was just gonna say hopefully that's the matchup we see.
Hold up, that fucking finisher though. Like I know Joey Ryan when he's canceled, they used to be called the Mustache Ride, but that has always been one of my favorite finishers, and I wish she would use it more. She definitely used it when they were in the world's cutest tag team and all that shit. But that move is fire, and then on top of the chairs too, like that was dope. The whole match was dope. Everybody knows I'm a Mia Yim hater, but I got nothing to hate on this match. Like.
Okay.
She was like, this match was fucking fire.
It felt like an actual fight, and another thing I appreciate and I enjoy when they have the term "quote unquote" street fight is they come in and wrestle in street clothes. They both had like jean shorts. Like Mia Yim actually didn't she wrestle in Tim's?
Yeah, she had the 12-inch wheat Timbs. What's up?
Yeah. So I appreciate that. I thought that was really.
That was another thing. I mean, I'm glad you brought that up. That kick that she did at like towards the end with those fucking Timbs on. Bro, you cannot. I don't want to hear no wrestling this fake shit. Anybody that's ever been kicked with some Timbs on, it don't matter if it's a fake kick or not. Them motherfuckers feel like steel toe boots, bro. Like that shit. Candice LeRae got a whole nother level of respect for me getting booted in the head with them fucking 12-inch Timbs, bro.
Right. We'll talk about more about Candice because there was some stuff teased with her going forward later on in the show. But next up, we have Bronson Reed versus Tony Nese, and they showed us how this match was set up beforehand. With like I think it was like 2 or 3 weeks ago, Bronson Reed had a match against I forget the enhancement guy's name, but some enhancement guy. He beat the crap out of him, but he was a sportsman about it. He was very like what's the word I'm looking for here? RN, help me out here, save me from this.
Shit.
I think it was just like. Yeah, he showed sportsmanship. And then I think there was like a match taped before NXT started where Tony Nese did the complete opposite and was just a total dick. Did the whole thing where you lift up the head of the wrestler and prolong the match. Bronson Reed didn't like that. He forced Tony Nese to get out of the ring, setting up this match. Not gonna lie, I didn't really care for this match. It felt like a filler match, kind of like when you're watching an anime and you know that they're just like doing some kind of journey into the woods. Nothing really happens. That's kind of what this was. Bronson Reed wins with the top rope splash. Solid. I like Bronson Reed, man, but I need something more than him just feuding with some person, loses, then he beats up a lower level heel so he can get his heat back. I'm gonna need him to get into like a actual feud with some meat and substance to it.
See, I looked at it completely different. I think that this showed what you could really get from Tony Nese. Like, he put out all the stops. He did all his moves. He showed his power. He showed his fucking athleticism, bro. Like, he got to change the gear, maybe shave the beard off. Like, and I'm not calling no grown-ass dude thick boy, bro. That shit is suspect as hell. I'm not doing it.
The conversation for another day. Save that for the SmackedRawPod podcast. Quick, cheap plug. Go ahead and check out their podcast this Saturday, this weekend, because our fellow RN here, fellow member of the SmackedRawPod podcast, will be guest hosting over there. So he'll be over there giving the random and controversial opinions he has here on the regular. So go ahead and make sure you check him out this Saturday.
Yeah, Matty Ray and Trayvon Fudley, I'm coming for y'all.
We had Robert Stone. He tried to get Shotzi to join him into the Robert Stone brand. She turns him down. He accidentally spills his drink onto like behind them. It lands on Killian Dane. He just destroyed. He crushed him. And while he's laying flat on the floor, Shotzi runs over his ankle with her tank. I thought it was really funny. This is probably gonna set up a match between Shotzi and Aaliyah next week.
Yeah.
Fuck it, why not? Robert Stone, I think he's very funny. I think for the purpose and the role that they have him in, I think he's very good, and I enjoy his work. I
just hope he gets a payoff from being a fucking jackass and getting shit on for almost a month and a half. I hope that there's some payoff for him at the end.
Yeah, maybe he signs like a Mercedes Martinez to his brand. We'll see. Next up, Isaiah Swerve Scott versus Johnny Gargano. I'm gonna let you go ham on this match. The only thing I want to add real quick is this is probably the best Swerve match I've seen of his on NXT in a minute, if not ever. Would you agree or disagree with that statement?
No, I absolutely agree. But you got to think, every time we see a Swerve match, isn't that what we say?
Yeah, he's really good.
Every single time you see a Swerve match, you say this is the best match he's had. So that's my thing. Like, don't give me any slack. Like, I had no type of gumption that he was gonna fucking beat Johnny Gargano. Johnny Gargano is the heart and soul of NXT. Like, it is what it is.
Right.
But get this man a feud with somebody, a belt, make another belt. AEW got 45 belts now. Somebody make another belt, something for this dude. Like, this man he's got everything, bro. He's got everything.
Yeah.
I don't even, bro, the reversals, the chain wrestling.
Yeah.
He can do the aerial stuff like the spot he did where he did the no hands flip over the top rope. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's got it all. Like, I don't understand, like, what more do they need to show from this dude so he's not – because, honestly, he's just been a jobber. Like, what's he got, one win in the past few months?
The tournament, he got a couple wins in there.
I thought he got one win. I thought it was only one.
No, I don't.
He won the first round, man.
He got like 2 wins in that tournament. He had a good chance. Remember, it was between him and Santos that could go in there. I feel like that was a thing, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm almost positive it wasn't, bro.
I might be remembering it wrong then.
I think he won the first round, didn't he, versus Phantasma, I thought. That's the last win that he's had in fucking months.
Yeah, it was. Okay, so overall, very good match. I loved that they had a bunch of beautiful exchanges of reversals on the outside. They started off the match with real good mat wrestling. That was very enjoyable. Swerve had a lot of big moves throughout, including a rope hung driver that I thought looked vicious.
Yeah.
And things turned around in the favor for Johnny Gargano when Swerve tried to hit a double foot stomp on the outside of Johnny. He moves out of the way. He tweaks his ankle or leg or something, allows Johnny Gargano to shove him into the ring post, get him into the ring, set up the one final beat, 1, 2, 3. Overall, this was a great match. Even Mauro Ranallo said this isn't a loss for Swerve. This is a learning experience for him and a great match. This is something he needed, a high-profile match, because he's usually mixing it up with guys like Tony Nese or Jack Gallagher. This is like the biggest name he's mixed it up with in NXT, other than like in the Cruiserweight tournament.
And I like, too, how they still kept Johnny Hill, where he did some heel shit first to win, that he didn't really need to. Like, he already had him done on the ropes when he tweaked his ankle or whatever, but he still did some heel shit. That's what I love about how NXT is doing with Johnny as a heel, the stuff that this is the best work that Johnny's done to me since he's been in the company. Like, Johnny wrestling is a whole nother level. Killer babyface, it is what it is. But his heel work right now and the fact that he's continuously doing heel shit, he never stops giving you reasons to hate him, whether he's talking about how great his wife is, whether he's talking about how shitty his opponent is, his tactics in the ring, he still does all the shit that he did when he was a face. He just throws some other shit, like at the end, pushing him into the guard post to get him lined up for the win. Like, just little tiny 1 or 2 things in every match to make him a heel and make you hate him, and then he just builds off that time and time again. Like, he's lights out. Like, for sure. Legit lights out.
I'm curious to see where this goes with Swerve. Ideally, he gets a nice little program with someone going forward. Maybe
I wouldn't mind him being a program with Johnny.
Yeah, let that go a couple more weeks. Sure.
Because I mean, Johnny doesn't. There's nothing lined up for him. I mean, unless
No,
they
no,
planned on.
there's something lined up because something was teased later on in the show. We'll get
Oh
to
yeah,
that.
that's right.
But
That's
before
right.
we do, quick, we got to talk about this really cool hype package we got for the Tegan Knox Io Shirai match next week. This
Chills,
was
bro.
bomb as fuck, right?
Chills,
It felt like a UFC
bro.
hype package, right?
Yeah.
Oh
This
my
is the
gosh.
first time This was one of the first times. Like y'all know, I love Tegan. That's my girl. But this is one of the first times where I think that they made her look like an actual threat to win the championship. Like, cause be honest, we all know she's not gonna win. Like, it is what it is. But that hype package, like, it made me like, damn, are they gonna really let her beat her this soon? Like, even though we know it ain't gonna happen, but just them putting that little bit of, but that's what I'm saying. The hype package just giving you that little bit of like maybe, but nah. But just even it making you pause. Like that's what she's needed. I think that's what's missing out of her character is just a little bit of edge because I think she's got the charisma. I think she has the moveset. Besides, I hate both of her finishers, but besides that, like she can go in the ring. She can do a little bit of high flying. Like she's decent on the mic. Like she's got something there. I just think they need to figure out what is it exactly.
For sure. And honestly, the one thing that this hype package accomplished above all else was make this feel like a big time match, regardless of if Tegan's gonna win. And that's what you're supposed to do. And I like that AEW and NXT do this well. They hype up a match. And sometimes Raw and SmackDown also do it. They hype up a big time match, like the Bryan AJ match was hyped up.
Right.
Like even like Sasha and Asuka was hyped up a bit, you know? So I like when they do that. I feel like that's very key to make you get invested in the match.
Io in that water, bruh, like that shit is just like it's so sexy, it's scary, like it just like it gives you all types of feels, bro. Like it's like a shark in the water, but not, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like it's fire, bro. That's probably one of my favorite things that NXT was doing is like her packages and shit. And how she just talks shit in Japanese, so you don't know what the hell she's actually saying.
Right.
And she'll drop a little bit of English in. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm definitely hyped for this match.
And the thing that I love that NXT always does well is when these foreign wrestlers cut their promos, they always put the captioning on the bottom.
Subtitles, yeah.
Subtitles, so you know what's happening. So
facts.
I'm geeked for that match. That better be the main event because there's no other.
Dude. Hell no. That has to be.
Next up, 6-man tag action. We had El Legado del Fantasma taking on Breezango and Drake Maverick. And quick shout out to Matt Ritter on Twitter. He went ahead and asked me, given that I'm Mexican, he's like, was the Breezango entrance, was it offensive? And I said, personally, I don't think the entrance was offensive. They were just mocking the heels because they used to be masked luchadors. You know, they're mocking like the whole like promo.
And wasn't the El Conquistadors, wasn't they white anyway?
Yeah, that was Edge and Christian.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a callback to that. And look, it would have been offensive if they come out with sombreros, ponchos, and like big giant mustaches. That's offensive. But they're just offending, like they're just insulting the heels. I thought it was fine, and it was only like a quick, like 15-20 second like thing that they did. Then they got really serious real fast when Drake Maverick music hit and they walked into the match. Standard tag match to start. The story of the match didn't really start until Fandango did his dive onto the outside to El Legado del Fantasma. All three of them on the outside tweaked his knee. That's one nitpick right there. We just saw a match that had like a tweaked ankle injury, and now we're doing the same thing on this one. Only nitpick. It's like really back-to-back matches. It's one thing if it's on the same night, but they were back-to-back matches. Only nitpick. I liked how they used that to tell the story. They isolated Fandango. They were targeting the tweaked knee. I thought it was very good. Very heel, old-school Lucha Libre style of wrestling. Yeah. Because back over there we have Técnicos and Rudos, which is heel and faces. But the faces do all the flip cool moves, and the heels do all the dirty tactics, isolating, targeting body parts, and they did that to a T. Let's see here. Eventually, though, we finally do get the Drake Maverick Santos matchup that we all been like craving for, because you know Santos is doing the heel stuff, it's like avoiding Drake Maverick. Maverick's trying to get that matchup. They finally do. They go to blows just as Drake is getting hot. The rest of the competitors, they come in. There's like a brawl, like a bunch of like mix up with everything, causing enough of a distraction to get the win for Santos. He hits the Phantom Driver on Drake Maverick. And commentary alluded to the fact that Drake Maverick wasn't 100% because he had the tape stuff.
Stinger or whatever.
Yeah, the tape stickers on his shoulder. So it gives him a little bit of an excuse to warrant a match down the line. They're really building up this rematch to make it to like a blood feud, and I love that. I think that's really, really good.
I mean, I don't like Breezango at all, but Drake Zango. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of dig them together. Like they all got the same kind of vibe.
Yeah.
Like it gives the new faction somebody to go up against and to somebody to take the L's that's not gonna hurt them in the long run.
Yeah, like I mentioned last week, the only nitpick I have with that pairing is that there's no history of them being associates with one another, let alone friends. I had no reason why they came out. But
I mean, they fit together.
They fit.
Peas in a
I'm
pod.
not knocking that. I'm just saying, like, you know,
and don't steal my shit, Drake Zango. I made that up. Let's go.
Yeah, Drake Zango. We'll put on the T-shirt and whatnot. So afterwards, we had a Candice LeRae Johnny Gargano interview where they talk about how they both had big wins tonight at Great American Bash. Johnny Gargano does go on and talks about Finn Balor, claims that if it wasn't for Finn, he'd be double champ right now. And then Candice and him both said that they don't forget, so they're gonna go ahead and right some wrongs. So right now it looks like they're teasing Finn Balor versus Johnny Gargano. However, Candice was also teasing some unfinished business, righting some wrongs. No names are mentioned, so still to be determined who will be the target for Candice LeRae.
I think she's going to cost Tegan the title next week.
Yes, that makes perfect sense. But before we unpack that, we got a quick last-minute edition. Mr. J Thunder is going to join the show mid-show.
Let's go.
Let's admit our guy real quick, and then just get things rolling over here. Let's see here. I apologize to the YouTube audience. It's not the best right now. But Jay Thunder is here. How are you, Jay? Glad to get you to make the show. Last minute, but it's a welcome addition. How are you doing, man? How you feeling?
I'm doing all right, man. How you guys doing?
We're great, man.
Lesnar and us again, huh?
Hey, man. It was not intentional. Trust me on that one, bro. It was not intentional.
We believe you.
You made it. Let's go.
So Jay, we got to like halfway through the show. We're in the middle of talking about the Johnny Gargano interview that he had with Candice LeRae. What did you think of the tease of Johnny Gargano Finn Balor feud? Circling back to that.
First things first, I actually thought that the match between him and Isaiah Swerve Scott was really good.
Mm-hmm.
Fire.
I enjoyed that match very much so because it put a lot of light on Swerve.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that was beautiful. I loved the back and forth between them. They were really good. I do like the tease. There's some continuity going on because apparently, there was an issue with him and Finn because of the whole situation with
the triple threat.
The North American Championship situation had happened. So I'm like all for it. Like I want to see what Gargano and Finn can do. Like if they can, do something good. Because I mean, like that was a triple threat match between them, between Keith Lee, him and Balor, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, like I definitely want to see what they can do. I'm definitely looking forward to that.
For sure. Quickly, on a scale of 1 through 10, what would you rate the street fight? Just a number between 1 through 10.
Are we talking about the Mia Yim versus?
Yeah. Mia Yim versus Candice LeRae. 1 through 10. Quickly, what would you like? Give like a quick like.
I could probably get at a 7.
Yeah,
That's
I'll probably give it a 7. I was able to watch.
Mm-hmm.
Really, like I enjoyed how. First of all, I enjoyed the fact that it started off NXT.
Mm-hmm.
That was good.
Yeah,
I feel like it deserved that part to being the opening.
Mm-hmm.
It was pretty dope. I feel like there was some lackluster parts
Yeah.
in the match.
Fair.
But other than that, like, I think everything went well.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of figured that Mia Yim was gonna lose.
I thought it was a toss up, but that's just me, I guess, being an optimist.
I guess it was just because once I saw Candice LeRae and Mia Yim on top of the table, I kind of figured that was gonna be the thing, because I thought it was gonna be a situation where it was gonna be some big move that would decide the champion, and I thought Mia Yim was gonna slam Candice LeRae all on those chairs.
Mm-hmm.
But once I saw like the switch, if you pay attention to the match,
mm-hmm.
like it was a certain switch in the momentum.
For sure.
Like, you knew for a fact that Candice LeRae was gonna win. So it was, like I said, I was expecting Mia Yim to win, but
yeah,
you know,
sure.
I think it's good because both the Garganos won tonight. So
yeah.
It sets a good foundation for them being heels. It sets some ground for them, and I'm happy for that.
Okay, one final question until we move on to the following match. Would you take a big boot to the face with your opponent wearing Tim's if I gave you $50? Would $50 be enough to take a big boot to the face from Mia Yim while she's wearing Tim's?
Fuck.
I told him, I was like, hey, bro, I said, any nigga that's ever been kicked in the head with some Tim's, fake or not, that shit hurts, bro. You can't fake that.
Bro.
That shit hurts.
Like, that is like, I'm not like, this is a little small like story behind. In high school, I got while I was coming out of high school,
mm-hmm.
I had to take the bus home to get to like my grandparents' house. And one freshman year, I was walking home by myself, and a rival high school decided a group of people decided to jump me while I wasn't looking.
Oh my gosh!
So and it was cold outside. So I got stomped with some Timbs. So it's not it's not a good thing at all.
No.
I mean, would I do it for $50? Yeah, I do it for $50. But
hey, I'm just saying that buys some mean. Probably gets you like 2 really good deep dish pizzas. Honestly,
I'm just
so
saying,
it might be worth it. Might be worth it. So next match.
Give me a game. It can give me a game from GameStop or something, bro.
Probably.
Like, or gas in my car.
Definitely. Someone who has a lot of gas like put behind her is Mercedes Martinez. It looks like she's going to be a major player in this women's division. I think she has a nice little presence about her. She changed up her look. She had a match against Santana Garrett. Nothing really to write home here about. It was probably just an enhancement match, as I knew it was going to be. They changed up her packaging because before when she would show up on NXT and when she was in the Mae Young Classic, she was like the Latina sensation. She had some bomb ass like reggaeton music playing. I was feeling it, but she came out looking like Mrs. Undertaker or something. I was feeling it, but I missed her old bop of a theme song, man. I don't know about y'all.
I mean, that was all they changed, really. She still had the same gear shit and everything. I like her because she's gonna give me my Shayna Baszler fix while Shayna's not on TV. So I'm here for it.
Yeah, so I'm big on Mercedes Martinez. I've seen her wrestle here in Chicago a couple times. I marked out when she was in the Casino Battle Royal at All Out. I thought that was great. Big loss by AEW. They should have scooped her up. They should have scooped up Shotzi.
Who was the third member of their crew? It was her, Shayna, and who was the other person?
I can't remember, man. I'm not gonna lie.
I can't ever remember the third person either.
But something you guys should remember is to check out Belts by Dan. Belts by Dan is a custom championship belt manufacturing, repair, restoration, and resale company started by the owner of BeltsTalk.com. Belts by Dan offers fully custom championship title belts identical to the quality of those used on television by major boxing, MMA, and pro wrestling companies. They also offer accessories of owners for existing title belts as well as resale of already completed title belts targeted at high-end collectors, just like our PWX Tag Team Champion, Mr. J Thunder over there. as you can see, Jay, lower your camera just a little bit so they can see the title. Just lower it a little bit down so they can see the title a little bit more. But yeah, look at that beautiful title belt. Jay didn't get it at Belts by Dan, but he probably should have. He would have gotten a high quality belt. You don't end up with a crappy title just like that TNT title. Get high quality belt merchandise at Belts by Dan. Let them know that the SmackDrawPod podcast sent you. You know, it helps to support this show. And speaking of belts, speaking of titles and championships, we have the main event.
You already know what it is, baby. You already know what it is.
Champ versus champ. Winner takes all. Keith Lee versus Adam Cole, baby. Did this match live up to you guys' expectations? Jay, I'll let you go first. Did this live up to your expectations?
Yes, it actually did. I was expecting it not to, but then noticing that they actually did something with they kind of made this a big deal. Like, even with the entrances, they made it a big deal. Like, I enjoyed it a lot. It worked out. It worked out really good. And I think I just enjoyed the match because there was a lot of storytelling too.
There was a lot of really big spots in the match. RN, what about for you, man? Did the match live up to your expectations?
Yeah, I just feel that it was wasted on this. Like,
you kind of wish it was like an actual takeover with crowds.
Yeah, I wish that. Bro, just imagine the fucking crowd when he finally got the pin.
Yeah,
like that would it would be next level shit.
It felt like this Great American Bash. It felt like a pay-per-view.
It did.
No, I'm not. That's not what I'm saying. I'm talking about just the match itself. Like, I felt like it got cheated because of Corona. Like, not the overall feel of the show. Like, I thought the feel of the show, even those weird ass fucking cars being there on the side, like, it did feel like a summer pay-per-view. It did feel like Great American Bash used to feel like back when we were kids. But I'm just saying the fact that there was no crowd. I feel like Keith Lee got cheated and Drew McIntyre got cheated. The fact that there was no crowd for them to finally get their roses. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it was a dope ass match. Like, I mean, and we all know it would be. But I just feel like they no crowd kind of like it took a little bit away from it for me.
Yeah. And you know what? We don't like to be too negative on the show, but I will say screw all you people that are out here trying to ruin and spoil this match for everybody. Shout out to all you troopers like RN and Jay that were able to avoid the spoilers. Unfortunately,
tell the story.
So, Matt Ritter from the SmackedRawPod podcast, he messages me and RN and say, hey, don't follow this person, mute this account because they're out here spoiling the main event. I go and find the account, take a screenshot of the profile, and I put it in the group chat, and I'm like, yo, is this the guy? And he's like, yeah, but there's a spoiler in the screenshot. So then I deleted the screenshot, and I had to hit up RN specifically on his phone and be like, yo, whatever you do not look at the screenshot. Delete that motherfucker because you're going to have the match spoiled for you. And old RN over here didn't have his glasses on and couldn't even read the spoiler. So old age saved the day.
I'm not mad at it at all.
Yeah, man. Jay, you didn't run into any spoilers, did you?
No, actually, no, I didn't. I'm super surprised. Well, you know what? I tend to not run into any spoilers because when it comes down to the actual show, I literally look at the chat or I look at anything and I'll be like, "Shut the fuck up! I'm trying to watch this."
Facts.
Like you guys literally hear me in the chat. I'm like, "Hey, shut the fuck up! I'm trying to watch the show."
For sure. So going back to the main event, the match starts off with Keith Lee in control, but Cole gains the advantage when Keith Lee drives himself into the plexiglass right at the last minute when Cole ducked out of the way. That allowed Cole
and this was at the beginning of the match.
Very
beginning. I thought he was about to toss this nigga out. I thought he was about to toss Adam Cole to the outs. Like outside of the building.
I wanted to see that so bad. I wanted to see that so bad. You had
I thought he was gonna go through the plexiglass, then through the sign, then through the wall, then through catering, then end up out in the parking lot somewhere, bro. That shit was.
You mean how he threw him into the
crowd?
Yeah, but I was thinking it was gonna be worse than that because wasn't no crowd there this time to catch his ass. He was just gonna fly.
Bro, it would have been bad.
There were so many like nice little like tiny details that if you paid attention, it was so cool. Like Adam Cole trying to go for the first attempt of the last shot by lowering and removing the knee pad, and then Keith Lee just blocks it. No, bro, Keith Lee is so good at that whole. He's about to start hulking up. He legit just goes like fucking like Super Saiyan, like Ultra Instinct bullshit on you, and just like stop. I'm done with the bullshit. It's serious time, and that's what I love about Keith Lee. He's able to switch gears in an instant. He's so versatile, and I think
like
Adam Cole is a great opponent.
The thing with me is his close up is always his close up shot.
Yeah,
is always amazing.
His face is always ready. Like he knows where the camera is. His facials are something. Now that's why I'm looking more forward. Like we all know he's gonna win this match. It is what it is. But I'm looking more forward to him going to the main roster where there's more than everybody there being 5'10". You know what I'm saying? Like there's only a certain amount of matches.
Let him have a match with AJ. Let him have a match.
Yeah, but AJ's still bigger than fucking Adam Cole. I'm saying that once he gets to the main roster, he'll have a different set of people and a different sizes of people, so you get to see more of what Keith Lee can do. Because right now, unless he goes against Dijakovic, he's always going to be the fucking powerhouse, unstoppable guy, hulking up, coming back. Like he's never going to.
I mean, we've already seen that though. Like we've seen that like multiple times.
But I'm not saying with him. You missed what I'm saying. I'm saying that
I get what you're saying.
I'm saying we're not going to see different sides of him being able to have different matches until he gets to the main roster.
Speaking of the main roster, there are 3 names I really want to see. Jay mentioned AJ Styles. I think that's a great name because he's one of those guys that can sell and make the other guy look like $1 million. He's done that for just about everyone. I think he can make Keith Lee look like more of a monster than he actually is. Brock Lesnar after the Royal Rumble, I want to see that match.
Facts.
And Roman Reigns after Survivor Series when they did the little tap at the end and that final sequence where they came down to the 2 of them. I think that's a WrestleMania money match right there.
Throw Matt Riddle in there because I'm telling you, their matches in Evolve were next level shit before they started teaming up.
Their matches in Evolve were dope. Like I got a chance to sit down and watch some of the matches from Evolve, and I was like,
yes, bro. Evolve had over the past 4 or 5 years, Evolve has had some of the best stars there and some of the best matches that you've never heard of or watched.
And for all of you guys,
no, go ahead, bro.
Oh, I was just gonna say, for all of you guys that haven't had a chance to see it, we might be able to get some Evolve content on the network because they would be bought out Evolve because they went under. So we might be able to see all these classics.
I was just about to say that,
bro. Please, I hope they put. Well, they already had a working relationship too with them already.
Yeah, exactly. We were actually me and Jay were actually supposed to meet both Keith Lee and Mia Yim at Evolve here in Chicago, and then Corona fucked it all up. I'm dead ass.
Keith Lee would have been here,
bro.
Persona would have been here.
We were gonna get an exclusive. We were gonna get an exclusive NXT podcast intro with Keith Lee. We were gonna be like, "This is Keith Lee, and you're watching the NXT recap right here."
Get the fuck out of here!
I was gonna pay him to do that. I was willing to see and shoot my shot and get Keith Lee to like do the intro for our show. It didn't work out. But what he did say, like you were saying, he knows where the camera is. He's smart. He's intelligent. He knows what he's doing. I love the spot where he's in the corner and the camera picks up him just quoting Rocky and saying, "I must break him." I thought that was so good. That was so fucking.
But he's so fucking corny. But it's just something about him, bro. Like some of the shit, I'm like, that shit is not funny, but it's funny because Keith Lee is doing it. You know what I'm saying?
It wouldn't work out if I did it.
No, because I swear to God, he's dad as fuck, bro. I just look at him and see somebody's dad with the New Balances on in the backyard with the riding lawnmower, bro. You know what I'm saying?
This motherfucker said New Balance. I'm done.
Bro, you know what I'm saying? Or the Air Monarchs, nigga. You know exactly what I'm talking about. But
hold up. Wait a minute. New Balances are actually quite comfortable.
I'm not talking about. I'm not. No, I own some. I'm not saying that. I'm saying you know exactly which New Balances I'm talking about. Them white ones with the grass stain. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about. But that's just the vibe that I give from him.
I knew exactly what to say,
bro. Because it's just like in a normal situation, I would think he's corny as fuck, and I'm like, bro, this dude is kind of lame. Right. But it's just something about him that just gets you, and you find yourself laughing at shit like, bro. this ain't even funny. Why am I laughing? And you just can't help it. Like that's what he had. He's got it.
Factor, bro. He has that charisma. Like
he got it. Whatever it is.
Whatever it is. Yeah, whatever it is, he got it.
I don't think I've seen a single soul either on Twitter, Facebook, within our inner circle of people in the podcast and associates with the podcast that have said anything negative about Keith Lee. No, that says a lot about the guy.
Especially how cynical wrestling fans are, bro. Like,
wait, hold up. But 9 times out of 10, everybody in the Smack Raw crew is a dad. So
yeah, no, I'm
the only one that's not.
Yeah,
I got it like that. I don't got no commitments. I know how to pull out.
I'm not hating. I'm not hating.
Let's pull out of this conversation and get back to the topic at hand, the main event. I love this one sequence where Keith Lee goes for the clothesline and almost kills Adam Cole.
Oh my god! I thought he broke his fucking neck, bro.
I thought that was it. I thought he was done for. I thought that was a Stone Cold Owen Hart moment. That's it. He's done. Match is over. He was a trooper. I love that Keith Lee reversed. Was not reversed, but he kicked out of 2 last shots. One with the knee brace, one without. And
let's be honest,
those are Panama Sunrise.
The last shot is like the Shining Wizard. It's the lamest, dumbest, no sense ass making fucking finisher there ever was, especially against the Incredible Hulk. That's like literally hitting the Incredible Hulk with a tree limb. Like, stop it.
True, but like,
and then the Panama City plunge through that one. It's so fucking dumb, and it takes so much to do it too. Like, he needs to figure out. He needs to go back to the table on his finishers because they are trash.
They work for him. It's whatever. It's a topic for another day. Overall, though, it's impressive because they built up the last shot as the final shot, and they even said no one's kicked out of the last shot like that.
Which isn't true.
But I think
everyone's kicked. I remember that I put that down too. Like, when's the last person you seen kick out of the last shot? Gargano, Ciampa, everybody that he fucking wrestles.
Everybody in the mama. Keith Lee, not Keith Lee. Adam Cole does go for a second Panama Sunrise. Keith Lee reverses it into a spear bomb, like vicious. I thought he was gonna do like a double spear bomb, but he like did the flip thing that Matt Riddle does, except it made sense because he did it to the smaller guy, and he hit him with the BBC Big Bang Catastrophe combo for the win. Loved it. Double champ Keith Lee. He is the winner that took it all. Finally, as Jay's been saying for like the last year or so, the prophecy is finally fulfilled at the hands of Keith Lee. He's taken two of the 4 titles from Undisputed Era, and obviously Undisputed Era has also dropped the tag titles. Undisputed Era is no longer draped in gold. The last final piece, the last final domino finally fell. Keith Lee, double champ. He made history. No other superstar in NXT history has held 2 singles titles at the same time. First time for everything. First off, before we get into the little tease at the end, final thoughts, like anything you guys want to add about the match itself, the final results of Keith Lee finally being crowned the top champ in NXT. I'll start off with you, Ryan, and then I'll go with Jay. Go ahead.
No, I don't have anything. I mean, we all knew this was coming. We all knew that this was the outcome. I mean, it was his time. I mean, he's been pretty much carrying him and Adam Cole have been pretty much carrying the promotion with everything with Corona and the Velveteen shit and everything, people getting hurt and everything. Like, it's been these two holding on their shoulders this whole time anyway. So, like, I mean, it was a good passing of the torch or whatever. And like I said, hopefully that means Undisputed Era is moving on.
I hope not yet. I don't want to give them up because look what they did to Shayna. Look what they did to Bianca. They're not doing nothing with them. I don't want that to happen to the UE, you know.
I don't want it either, but I mean, there's literally nothing left for them in NXT.
I guess, unless they come out with another title, like you said. Jay, and like I know you're a big Keith Lee guy, and you've always mentioned that you look up to the man and you hope to like be close, even like a little bit of what Keith Lee is. Seeing the result of the match, you know, calling this prophecy for a whole year almost. What was it like to see the final? Like 3 counts, see the result of Keith Lee celebrating with both titles? What was that moment, the end result, and the match as a whole for you?
A fucking kid in a candy store. That is exactly how I felt. Like, it felt really good. Like, I guess I don't have the emotion to like feel like damn, like big guys are back in town now, you know? Like it feels good.
It's big boy season, that. Ladies. Get yourself one.
That's what I'm saying. Get yourself one, ladies. Guess what? This one's single too, so hey, you know.
Hey, shoot your shot, boy. I see you.
But no, like, dude, I'm so proud of Keith Lee, man. Like, he puts a lot of us big boys on the map when it comes down to the business, and I love it. Like, I look up to that man. Like, if I ever saw that man, I don't give a shit. I am giving that man a hug on site.
I'm just saying, like, he said it's on site. Awesome. You were talking about looking up. Had Keith Lee looked up, he would have seen Karrion Kross and Scarlett in the skybox, watching everything unfold. I like that with Karrion Kross and Scarlett, they've been teasing a bunch of stuff. Nothing set in stone. They've been teasing Keith Lee, Adam Cole, Tommaso Ciampa. Nothing set in stone with them. I like that they're just like kind of like stalking from afar and observing. I thought that was really cool. A nice little like teaser. Kind of like in Marvel movies, you get like the like, post-credit teaser.
And this is what they do best. Like, they always give you just a little crumb for them to come back 2 months down the road.
Mm-hmm. Just enough to like quench your thirst and make you want it for the next time. Speaking of wanting it, I want to see next week's matches unfold, especially the main event. We have Damian Priest versus Cameron Grimes here. Rematch of sorts. Jay Thunder, quickly. Who do you think wins here? Damian Priest or Cameron Grimes?
Ooh, this is kind of hard. This is tough because I couldn't really tell you because I'm thinking to myself like, hey, Cameron Grimes has got all this momentum and he's good.
Right.
He's really good. But then when you take a look at Damian Priest and he's got this momentum. He doesn't have the momentum like after In Your House. But he pulled a match out of his ass. Like this
is gonna be good though.
It's gonna be a good match. It's just I couldn't tell you off the back who's gonna win.
Okay.
Because
what about you, Aaron? Do you have a pick here, or are you undecisive just like Jay? Because it could be a toss up.
I don't. I think it's gonna be Damian Priest. I think this is where we're gonna be.
I think they're gonna be square, right? 1-1. Because didn't Grimes get a win over Priest because he was injured and they got attacked?
Well, not even that. I think they're going to set him up to be the number 2.
Who, Damian Priest?
Yeah, and I think he's going to end up with the North American title. I don't see Keith Lee holding them both the titles.
No. He's going to drop that North American title soon. Okay, so I agree with you. I think it's going to be Damian Priest because this way they're square. They're 1-on-1. They have like a rubber match and get the best 2 out of 3. The other match we have, I'm very hyped. Jay, we didn't get to talk to you about this, but we got a really cool hype package early in the show for the title match, the women's title match between Tegan Nox and champion Io Shirai. I thought the hype package was dope. I'm so geeked for this match. This better be the main event. RN, quickly. Are Io retaining here?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Jay, would you agree with that?
Oh, yeah, for sure. For sure. Io's retaining. Like, I know no ill will towards Tegan, but she just won the title. Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
She just won the title. Shout out to Io though, looking sexy as hell in the
yeah, bro.
Yeah.
That underwater shit was
that, bro. You meant that's literally what we said.
That's literally what we said. Another thing that RN was saying, and I mentioned, was that the hype package made this feel like a big time match, regardless of if we think it's going to be an easy result of Tegan losing and Io retaining. I think the hype package did a lot for this match and made it feel like a big time match. Would you agree with that statement, Jay?
As in, like
it made the hype package made it feel like a bigger match than it was a week ago.
Oh, absolutely. But I mean, I think it was needed though. Like for hype packages for this match in particular was needed because it wasn't gonna be a big match. Like, don't get me wrong, like I said, I don't have nothing against Tegan Knox whatsoever, but they're not really pushing her as this big star.
No. Yeah, and it's no build to the match at all. It was just last week she won the damn match. So
that's why a lot of people were surprised that she won the Fatal 4-Way elimination match,
right?
Because it was Dakota that was teasing the match. She was the one calling Io, and she didn't win here.
All of us were surprised, and right now she's my favorite woman in the damn thing. I was surprised. Shit.
Right, totally. RN, you mentioned earlier that you think it might be Candice LeRae that cost Tegan the match, and that was the tease in their little interview backstage they had. Jay, would you be surprised, or would you be into the idea of Tegan and Candice circling back to that feud and going down that road, and then maybe letting someone else step into the title picture? Like, what I feel like this is just like a stopgap. Like, it's just one match to build up Tegan in that sense, but she's gonna move and pivot to something else.
Yeah.
I feel like
and we lost Jay's audio. We lost Jay's audio. I think that's cute to almost wrap up the show, but we're gonna try to get Jay's audio back in a sec. Now we lost his video, but I think
he gone.
No, we got his audio back. We just need the video.
There it is.
There he is. There's my guy.
All right. So what I was trying to say is, I feel like that's what Candice LeRae was saying about that interview.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
How she has, some loose. She got some stuff that she has to take care of, as well as Johnny Gargano talking about Finn Balor.
Right. Yeah.
That might be something that she might be talking about. That might be the thing that she's talking about, with since she took care of Mia Yim at this point.
Yeah, that's what I said. I think she's gonna cost Tegan the title.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm for it. I'm dope. Quick predictions. 2 weeks in a row, NXT has beaten AEW in the ratings. Not that we care. We only care because a lot of the AEW marks, they like to get butthurt about it, and they're talk about their demographic, their precious coveted demographic or whatever. Do you think they beat out AEW again this week?
No.
No? Okay.
Not with Jericho wrestling. Not with Jericho wrestling. Hell, I was tempted to fucking switch over to watch that match.
Yeah, Orange Cassidy versus Jericho was a big time match. I'm probably gonna check it out. I haven't actually watched Dynamite since I had to do the Smacking the Raw podcast with Matt Riddle.
Yeah.
One final thing. I'm gonna close off the show with this quote from Matt Ritter. Bask in Keith Lee's motherfucking glory hole. He is finally our NXT champion. Let's fucking go. He got the win with the BBC. We're going R-rated. We're taking a page of the Smacking the Raw podcast. That has been the NXT recap episode, guys. Make sure to go ahead and give this episode a download wherever you consume all your audio podcasts.
Yes. 1 second.
Yes.
Wrap it up, bro. Let's go.
All right, so I didn't get to talk to you. No, I this is something important. I didn't get to talk to you guys about this, but I have to mention it. What did you guys think about the 6-man tag team match?
Oh, I thought it was great. I thought it was really good.
Yeah, it was dope.
Yeah, we very enjoyed it. I liked the story that was being told by the isolation of the Fandango targeting the injured limb. And they're building up this Drake Maverick Santos Escobar match like a real blood feud, and they're really teasing and prolonging that stuff.
You know how I feel about Breezango, but Drake's angle, I'm not mad at. He fits with them
for sure.
And it makes another faction, which I'm all for too.
Yeah, but circling back to the outro. Go ahead and give this episode a download. Turn on the bell notification. Turn on the notice so you know when a brand new episode drops on YouTube. Subscribe, comment down below, review, rating, all that good stuff. Check out the Smacking Raw podcast this weekend with our boy, Mr. 8984 RN. He's going to be guest hosting there. He's going to be invading. Check out Me and Jelly Bean's YouTube channel. Check out Me and Jelly Bean memes. Funny Facebook page if you like laughs.
Funny content.
For sure.
Check out our boy. On at the beginning of the week.
Check out our boy, Mr. J Thunder at JThunder2009. You can follow me on Twitter at SESVince, Instagram, Twitter, all that good shit. Follow me on there. You can follow us on the show at SmackedRawPod. Check out the July 11th charity show that we're going to be doing for the first responders. The main event, we're sponsoring the co-main event. Check that shit out. Very worth it. I think it's only like $10-11 next week on the 11th. No, actually, it's this Saturday on the 11th. So check that out, guys. But with that being said, my name is Vince. We've been the SmackDrawPod podcast. This has been the Great American Bash recap episode, and we'll see you guys next week for some more NXT.
Deuces.